Gamers be gaming.
Hello and welcome to Top Flight Talk. Now, this is a new show about, the gamers. A little bit of a chat show. Now, we're going to get on board with some of the top players and see how they are doing, who they are and their kind of story. So you're going to hear their own word. All the interviews are very formal, so I'll probably go a little bit more informal, a little bit longer. It'll be about 10-15 minutes. Some of them, like the one you're about to watch, will be live if I can get hold of the players and be with them. Some of them will be webcammed. Now, bear in mind, this is the first episode, number 1. A few mistakes I made, just little mistakes. First of all, I had a mental block in coming to the person's surname. For some reason, I tried to say 2 different things. I tried to say their team name and the gamer tag, and then it all went. You'll see, it's a little mistake. Fortunately, the person I'm with, just a complete professional, such a nice guy, really helped me through. I've done a few more already. You'll be seeing coming up. If you have any, constructive criticism, by that I mean, oh my God, Brace, you so bad. Constructive criticism will be lovely. We'll try and carry on. Like I said, try and bring something a little bit different when we introduce the players. So we'll see how it goes. But however, without any further delay, the first episode of Top Flight Talk. This is Cursed Black. Okay, first of all, hello Black and welcome to the show. First time here at Top Flight Talk, the pilot episode, so it's going to be a little bit more, a little bit more casual than the interviews we've done in the past. Yeah, we've got to entertain a little bit, but the main thing of this, we're going to talk about, who is Ellis Black?
Not know my surname.
I forgot it then for a second.
Strufos.
I know it's Strufos. You have the world's worst surname to pronounce.
I can do my whole name.
I think I've called you Strophus before.
That's close enough.
Strophus, Strufus. In fairness, I just referred to you as Black, it's just easier.
Mate, whatever you want to call me.
I'll call you whatever, sweetheart. Alright, so let's get to know you a little bit. First of all, obviously, play for Curse.
Yes.
Your teammates, if you want to name them.
Full names or?
No, just first of all, what do you think of your teammate? You team with these guys for a little while now.
They're more like friends now than anything. I don't see them as teammates. I've also been team with Scott for about nearly 2 years. Team with Sam before for ECL2 a long time ago, but Wonder's quite new, but obviously I've known him quite a long time. But yeah, they're more friends now than anything. We get really good chemistry.
Well, this is what I was kind of going to ask, right? Because you've teamed with these guys for so long and you have that personal relationship sort of thing, how does it go about with, team changes? How does that even come around in a team that is, you play with these guys, you've got that chemistry, friendship, how does that even come around? I mean, in the top level, how do you do that to, friends essentially?
It's not easier, it's a balance because you can sort of say what you want to and because you're such good friends, it's more done on a personal level. It's not as harsh as just going, dropped it, being reasoning behind it. But
you just don't go, by the way, you're out. You're gone, you're done, get out of here, I don't like you anymore.
I think it's more, they'll understand and they can sort of see it coming as well.
Have you ever had one where they don't understand?
I think the last one was sort of like that because it was very brash, it sort of just happened out of the blue. I don't think Vapes or Jordan knew it was going to come really, so that was the most sort of sudden team change we've ever had really in our team. We've not really had many team changes, so
this is it. I think you guys, you team with Matt for a while now, and Toby, who's now coach, I believe, for you guys. But how does it go? I mean, let's talk about your teammates actually. Let's talk about Matt. What do you think of Matt? Don't hold back. Tell me how you feel. Get it off your chest.
Rubbish, he's terrible. No. He's a good guy. If people know him on a personal level, he's such a nice guy. He's very blunt. He'll say what he thinks. He's got that strict personality about him, but he's so organised and knows what to do. He knows how to talk. He knows how to present himself, market himself. He's so good at that area, and I think people can learn a lot. I've learned a lot personally just from watching him, and he's taught me sort of where I am today, got me to where I am today. So I've got a lot, I owe him a lot. And Toby, of course, I can't leave Toby out, but Scott is that core foundation almost to getting a team to be solid, and he understands what the basis you need.
So he's kind of like a little bit of a father figure then? Daddy Mac?
Definitely is.
Daddy Mac?
Daddy Mac, the big daddy. We call him, what was it?
I'm sure you call him lots of things, keep it a little bit clean.
Big Daddy Brass, we'd call him.
Big Daddy Brass.
Big Brass, yeah.
Alright, let's go to the other two members. Bizzle. Now he was the recent member before.
Yeah, recent, yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think of
Visual
it? I mean,
is my little. He's just my guy. He's my. He's like.
I said I would say something else. Then, all right, we'll go with guy. We'll go with guy.
My little guy's like a little. He's just that little. He's just so good, and he's so anxious. You know, I just see him as a little dog. You just let him off his leash, and he'll just go mental. And he's so good, and so technically good at the game. And he's got a really good attitude. Obviously he's a really nice guy. I've known him years and spoke to him even when he stopped playing. And he's always just got that drive to come back. And he came back for Black Ops 2, not playing Modern Warfare 3, and got Farrakhan, TCM, and Curse whilst all wanting him. So he's got that.
Star factor.
Yeah, he's definitely got
Bizzle
the
the dog has got the star factor.
Trust me, let him do what he wants, and he will tear it up. He's really
Right,
good.
let's move on to the last one. Let's talk about Wonder, the recent addition.
Yeah.
I was surprised, if anything, because Wonder has been, I want to say on the fringes. I don't want to insult him, but he's been struggling to find a home, essentially.
I think with Wonder, he's had many bad choices in his career, but we've all had bad choices, but he's stuck with them too long.
Yeah.
And we asked him to join a while ago on Modern Warfare 3, but he didn't want to leave his team, and that was fair enough, we respect him for that, but he's learned from that mistake and now joined us, and he's very good friends with Scott, teamed with him before, and he gets on with all of us really well. I travel with him pretty much every land, and he's got that strategical mind, you know, he's got that drive, and I don't think people get that from him, you know, like he always watches theatre on his own of us playing, and comes on Sky and says like what we should do, what we need to be doing, you know, he's really
Wonder is kind of a quiet guy. He's very quiet.
Yeah, no, he can talk hard. He will say what he thinks, but I think he needs to get to know you on more of a personal level. You might say that's not right, but he'll say anything to us. But
I've spoken to him a little bit. I've never had a conversation with him. I would say.
I think because he hasn't been to many lands recently, that's the main aspect. But he is quite a quiet guy. I think he just wants to let his game.
Do you feel your current lineup, which is the most important question that I'm about to move on to?
Yeah.
You guys have been kind of cool, you know, washed up, past it, done. I mean, and in fairness, right, the problem with that is that you were called the choke team for almost an entire year, and then went and just decimated it.
Yeah.
So,
I think.
Do you think that? I mean, is the pressure getting to you still? Is it affecting how you play?
It's better when we called the choke team because we have no pressure. So if everyone expects us to choke, then we're going to go to the event and go, well, you all think we're going to do bad anyway. So it drops the pressure completely. Like people like Prof are always expected to do good. And no offence, I don't think they've shone as much at EGLs. Oh, they've done good at I-Series, but like EGLs. But there's a lot of teams, you know, you get a lot of pressure on them, and I think it's hard to consistently have that pressure all the time. So it's kind of nice to be. It's not nice, but we're a choke team. But we just go in. We're not really fast what people think, but.
I suppose it gets a lot of pressure off, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, let's talk about the last member of the team, you. People don't, know you. I mean, there's a lot of focus on certain other players in the scene.
Yeah.
So, tell us a little about you. What do you do for a living?
I've just finished my degree doing computer information systems at Goldsmiths, so I just got my degree.
That's incredibly complicated.
It was, but it's just computing.
It's just computing. You say that like anyone can pick it up. But
Yeah.
if it's got a degree, I feel it's a little bit harder than just computing.
But I've been doing that for 3 years, and for 5 years I've been part-time working at Sainsbury's. So
a job is a job. It's a job.
It got me my car to uni, it paid for my books and whatever else I needed. So yeah, but I've literally got my results about 2 days ago. So now I can't be a bum anymore and play COD. I can't use my degree as a towel to.
Fair enough. I suppose all that kind of brings me on to the next thing. What do you think about COD and your place in the scene and the professional aspect of it and everything like that for you? But personally, how do you approach it?
I just think being professional is the key, because you've got to make a brand and a persona about yourself, and how you perceive yourself to the community is very important. Like you look at people like Dylan, they're the loud guys, they're brash, they say, and they're known for that.
I still can't brag. I don't know how he does it. Especially can't do it as well as him.
I don't know.
I've tried, and I just sort of end up spitting everywhere. It doesn't really work for me. It's kind of a bad thing.
It's a technique. I think we should be applauding it, not frowning upon it. But
in fairness to him, it's one of the good aspects of trash talk. It's quite funny, and it's
very
thing
freaky
now.
though. I've been a part of it, and I've been under the table because it was that I couldn't watch.
You didn't get your gun out.
I didn't get my guns out or nothing like that. It was too much for me. But I just think I try to keep a persona of professionalism. I've had some slip-ups, I'm not going to lie, I've outspoken, but I like to let my game do the talking, but obviously I'm known as this big camper that sort of does nothing, but that's what I've been.
The human fits, I'm just going to put
Well,
it there.
that's what I've been known to do, but if it works, it works. But I try to just keep a level and be neutral, and that could be quite boring, but at the same time, people know me for being that camping player, that AR player, and you know, my rivals such as Swanee, Dylan, you know, that who I try to strive to beat. But you know, Swanee's the same, very quiet guy, just lets his game do the talking. He's much more popular than me, and he hardly tweets, you know, it's about thing, but it's just different sort of personas really.
Yeah.
So.
I think exactly what you mean. I mean, it's one of the things obviously you've got to think. So where for you is your next step? I mean, just going to carry it on? Are you looking to go, you know, full time? Are you hoping the scene blows up so you can make an impression like, you know, maybe the Americans or something? Is there a game plan for you? Or are you just taking it as it goes?
I'm taking it as it goes, but at the moment, obviously our last two events were bad. I'm disappointed, and I think it's because I've been playing.
Well, in fairness, right, we'll take your last two events, but before that, I mean, you can tell the people at home better than I can just how good your record is.
Well, that's what I mean. Well, my first event was like a reflex, came fourth or something. Then we went ECL2 and came second, and I came third, you know, and then second. So yeah, I've got a good record being COD XP and stuff, but at the moment I don't feel like I'm on top of my game, and that's where I want to be. I know I personally have the potential. I'm not boasting, I'm not a big any person.
So you don't feel like you were a 9th or 12th kind of guy?
Definitely not. I don't feel I don't deserve that placement, nor does my team deserve that placement.
Well, top 24?
Top.
No, higher than that.
I want the first all the time because I have to be the best. I'm so competitive, and if there's no point doing something unless you're going to do it so it can be done. That's why I don't like seeing these half-hearted gamers that think coming on and playing is enough. That's not. Going that extra mile makes you that better player. That's why these Mad Cats and Swanees, they're on it, not 24/7, but they're on it. They use their time wisely, and that's what I want to be. That's what I do. But we need to get back on top, and I want to be back on top. I don't deserve.
Well,
to be that.
tough talk there, really. To be fair, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think that'll pretty much cover it for the first ever episode of Top Flight Talk.
That's interesting.
I've been Brycey, and I'm trying to keep it a little bit more casual. Go people at home want to ask questions. We'll have you back on at some point, definitely.
Ask questions.
Just keep it casual. So if you have anything you want to ask Ellis, I'm sure we might even do a follow-up video for this.